All right, geometry. Lesson 10-3, areas of regular polygons. So what makes a polygon regular? All sides are congruent. So notice up there I underlined the regular and drew the congruency sign. That means that all sides are congruent. So dealing with a little bit different formula and stuff that you haven't seen before. A equals 1/2 AP, where A stands for the apothem and P stands for the perimeter. And to find P when you're doing these, we're going to use the formula P equals NS, where N stands for the number of sides, S stands for your side length. So if I'm looking at this regular polygon over here, this nice little pentagon, I know that all of my sides are going to be congruent. I also know that I have a central angle in there. So I've got this big triangle in there. And I've got this central angle. To find this central angle, if need be, I take 360 divided by my number of sides. Just like we did when we had to find the angles of inside of a regular polygon, or the exterior angles of a regular polygon, excuse me. I took 360 divided by n. That's where I'm going to find my central angle, if need be. So, for instance, this one here, my central angle up here, I would take 360 divided by 5, and what do I get? I get 72 degrees. So that means that my central angle, this main angle right here, is 72 degrees. So if I were to pull out my little triangle in there, my 90-degree triangle, I would have, this is my R, which is your radius, which comes from vertex to center. A is your apothem, which comes from the middle of one of the sides up to the center. That's what makes it the apothem. And then if I needed my central angle right here, or this angle right here, I would take my central angle divided by 2. And that's where I would get 36 degrees. Okay, I'll draw this a little bit better. Okay. I don't think we have to do so much with the central angle. I think you have a little bit, but I think we'll be dealing with like a 30, 60, 90, 45, 45, 90 triangle ratios. Okay, which again, we go over the 30, 60, 90, the 45, 45, 90 triangles. Back in your notes, okay, you've got your triangles. So I'm going to draw it again. 30, 60. Remember, next to the 60 is S. Next to the 30, S root 3, 2S. And then the 45, 45, 90. Remember that this is 45, 45, S, S, S root 2. Okay, so just keep in mind, those are going to be coming back again. 30, 60, 90, X is always next to the 60. Next to the 30 is S root 3. 2S is your hypotenuse. 45, 45, 90, S, S, S root 2. So again, make sure you remember, because those are coming back again. So let's say I'm going to do a basic one first. A nice, easy one that they're going to start me off with. So you got a pentagon. The pentagon, the side length is 6. The A is 1.6, so the apothem is 1.6. So if I'm trying to solve this, again, I'm going to do 1A equals 1/2 AP. And off to the side here, I'm going to do P equals NS. Well, how many sides does a pentagon have? 5. What did they just say the side length was? 6. So my perimeter is 30. So now when I plug in, I'd have 1/2. My A is 1.6, 30. So basically I'm going to be taking 15 times 1.6. How did I get 15? I just took half of 30. And you guys will take the 15 times 1.6, and that will give you what your apothem, or what your area is. And always make sure you do it like units squared. Okay, so that's an easy way to find just the basic ones. So now, let's say we got a harder one. Side of a regular hexagon is 16 feet. Find the area. So what I know is I know that my side length is 16. So when we are doing this, I want you to do it out in these steps. I've been doing this for 18 plus years. So this is the best way that I know how to do this. And yes, it is a lot of steps, but it's the easiest way to figure out how to do the area of a regular polygon. So the first thing I want you to do is find that central angle. It's going to be your first step. Give me that central angle. So this one here, we're going to take 360 divided by 6, because there are 6 sides in a hexagon. So over here, I'm going to put n equals 6, because we already know that now. 360 divided by 6. So we got 60 degrees. Okay, there's my main central angle of that big triangle. The second thing I want to see is your right triangle. I want to see that right triangle. So if my central angle, this big huge angle in here, is 60 degrees, that would make this little angle 30. So now I'm dealing with a 30, 60, 90. So if my side length is 16, so that means that this whole side length, or whole side length of that hexagon is 16. What would just that piece right here be? Because that's what we need to find for our right angle. It would be half of 16, which is 8. So my 30, 60, 90 triangle ratio, this is S. Well, this is S root 3. So what would my apothem be? My apothem would be 8 root 3. Now I have everything that I need to know to find the area of this regular hexagon. So, third step, let's find my perimeter. P equals NS. Well, there are 6 sides. My side length is 16. So my perimeter is going to be 96. Fourth step, A equals 1/2 AP. We're plugging everything in. 1/2 A is 8 root 3. P is 96. Simplify it, but keep it in radical form. Half of 8 is 4. So now I'm going to take 4 root 3 times 96. Well, what's 4 times 96? Okay, 386 root 3. And because it's feet, feet squared. Okay, so that's how I want you to do those. Okay, so look at all of my steps. Step 1, central angle. Easy. Step 2, give me that right triangle. Then plug everything in you need to know. Step 3, find me the perimeter. And step 4, finally, give me the area formula. It's so much easier if you break it down into those steps. So much easier. Okay, so let's look at this one right here. Number 14 off of your homework. So what they give you is they give you the square. Again, it's regular, all sides congruent. They give you the radius. So I'm going to do the exact same steps that I did on that last one. First step is going to be my central angle. Okay, that's my first step. So I have 360 divided by my 4 sides. 90 degrees. Second step, give me that right triangle. So we're going to split that. So now I'm dealing with a 45, 45, 90. They're telling me my radius is 6 centimeters. That makes that 6 centimeters. I know from my 45, 45, 90 that that is S root 2. So just like we did on that previous stuff, I'm going to find S. 6 equals S root 2. Divide by root 2. Multiply by root 2 over root 2. Divide. So my S is 3 root 2. So I know that my little side down here is 3 root 2. Oops, that should be a 2. So what would my whole entire length then be of that central angle triangle? Double it. So it'd be 6 root 2. So my third step, let's find my perimeter. I know we have 4 sides. What did we just say that side length was? 6 root 2. So my perimeter is 24 root 2. Fourth step, A equals 1/2 AP. We know what the apothem is, don't we? 3 root 2, right? I don't know why I keep writing 3. 3 root 2, right? So, plug everything in. 1/2, 3 root 2. My perimeter is 24 root 2. Okay, if you can all read that. Oofda. So, what's half of 24? 12, right? What's 12 times 3? 36. What's root 2 times root 2? It's 2. What's 36 times 2? 72. That means that this right here, the area, is 72 centimeters squared. And again, like I said, guys, get those steps out there. It makes it so much easier if we are looking at those 4 steps. Central angle, draw that right triangle down, find your perimeter, and then plug into the equation. Just makes it one easy problem to solve then. And these are actually pretty fun ones to solve. So there it is. Lesson 10.3, areas of regular polygons.